Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday afternoon, August 7th. We're looking at window traders market profile of the ES and the NQ. So let's preface it by saying sellers had every opportunity in the world today to try to take some more control, right? They had an opportunity to take out Friday's low. They had a price probe. They had a trend day from Friday. Take out Friday's low, which would put the weekly and the daily both down. Plus, we had an outside day down in ES. Couldn't do any of that. In fact, the buyers basically controlled the day after the IB for the most part. They tried in D&E one more time, and that was it. We never even tested the overnight low, never tested 4,500. Price probe was rejected. The single prints were taken back. We spent most of the day in the upper distribution. Now, what does that really mean going forward? Really nothing. It's an inside day. What will impress me tomorrow is if the buyers now went out with a price probe in both ES and NQ, if they're able to come out of that inside day to the upside with higher value and get going and take back Friday. Okay? Friday is the top of our 4-day balance. That would impress me. It would put the daily back up and it would keep the weekly in balance. If that doesn't happen, just like the sellers failed, that means the buyers didn't do much. Right? If we take out today's low, well, odds are we'll take out Friday's low, which would then put the daily down and the weekly down. So, inside day should provide good opportunities. I am treating NQ exactly as an inside day. They took out the day's low by 2 points. Treating it as an inside day. And Righty couldn't get out of its way for anything. Righty did what it's done a lot recently, which is trade A period pretty good, B extend a little bit, game over. Shut off, go home, done. 12 wide POC, they did nothing. You could use G as an afternoon pullback. Never saw the opening, never got either side of the IB. NQ, on the other hand, got both sides of the IB and both overnights. We only got the overnight high and the IB high. We did fail at a trend day up. So trend days up have only held 33.3% of the time. Had a good day late, and I didn't do anything after I period. Made 17.5 points in ES, 22 in NQ. I lost on my first trade of the day. I took a short, actually, right before the opening, thinking we might front run the opening. Well, I took a 4-point loss on that. That was wrong. They didn't. The reason I thought that, I think that was a good risk-reward short. Single prints are filling. The value low is 1950. The overnight high was 22 and change. Like maybe they front run at one time. I shorted. I forgot where I shorted, but ended up losing 4 points on it. But then after that, I did well on the day. Made I made a couple of points in B period. I didn't think we'd have single prints when we were pushing higher. C period, I longed against the 144. Made 6 points in C period on longs. E period, shorted against the 144 to make some. H period, there was no tempo. I shorted it when we were making new highs. Made 5 points on that. I period, I was up 12 points on the short, then gave back 6. Should have ended up holding them because it did come back in. But I gave back 6 of those points. So those are my trades in ES. As far as NQ, I took 2. I took a short in D to go get the IB low. Made 10 points on that. And then I took a short in I period against the opening when we got below the opening, thinking we would come in. Wait a second. Short versus days high. Oh, that was ES, right. Yes, against the opening NQ. I'm sorry. My handwriting, I can't understand it, and I have both NQ and ES's trades written really together. Yeah, so NQ, I took the short when we got below the opening, and I made 12 points on that. So a good start to the week. Quiet day, small range. We'll see if we're going to be able to do more than 58.5 million with the after hours. If not, it would be in our top 10 lowest volume. So we'll see if that's going to occur or not. As far as destinations, for the upside, our high is 450.87, right? I think I wrote down the wrong thing because we made a new high there. Yep, 450.87 is the day's high in SPY. Okay? Then on the downside, I am going to use price probe of J's high at 450.50. We're 11 wide at 449.62. Afternoon pullback, G low at 448.95. Today's low 447.99. In ES, today's high is 39.75. And then on the downside, I didn't even write down the price probe. All right, I'll have to get J's high. But 11 wide at 27. 20.50 is the afternoon pullback. And 10.50 is today's low. So remember, ES got into that gap from July 12th. SPY never even got close to it. And again, ES never got to it. Let me just put this before I go to the charts in one so I can give you exactly what the price probe is. 36.25, okay? So 36.25 is the base of the price probe in ES. All right, now let's go to the charts. So here's the weekly. The weekly is still balanced in ES, okay? Last week formed the balance. Last week's low would be the bottom of it. So 3-week balance coming into today, and we couldn't take out Friday's low. Again, one day, we always say one day doesn't make a market, and that's true. But sellers have to be a little embarrassed the fact that they had such a strong finish on Friday and spent a good part, the whole overnight, basically below the upper distribution, but and in the single prints, and then couldn't even make an attempt to go get Friday's low. So still balance on the monthly, weekly. The monthly's up, and still balance on the daily. It's a 4-day balance, okay? Now we closed below the 20-day moving average again. It's what, 4 days in a row? Again, we'll see how we come out of this inside day, and are we able to go and get Friday's high? Wednesday's high is the top of the balance, by the way, not Friday. Wednesday's is. So Wednesday's high is the top of the balance. Friday's low is the bottom of it. So we'll see how we come out of it tomorrow with our inside day. Hope you had a good day trading. Thanks for the likes and subscribing to this channel. Enjoy your evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.